I get this question all the time. What can actually change in one session? And the answer is a lot, but also that's just the beginning. Let me explain this in a way that really speaks to the kind of person that I work with. Now, most people who come to me are used to pushing through life. They muscle their way through stress, overwhelm, emotional exhaustion, work, parenting, caregiving, like all of it. They're high performing, high achieving, and they never stop long enough to realize how much they're carrying. So when they come in for a first session, their system is often at maximum capacity. Their nervous system is bracing, their intuition is muffled, their energy field is packed with stress, expectations, old patterns, and sometimes other people's emotions. So, what can happen in one session? Well, relief, and that's actual physical relief. And most people are going to feel that in their breath within minutes. They're going to feel like they finally can take a full breath, like the pressure in their chest has softened. Their mind starts to quiet in a way that they didn't even realize was possible. Their shoulders drop from constantly being tense. Some feel emotional release. Sometimes they start tearing up, and not so much because they're crying, but because they're cleansing, they're stabilizing. And it's the first time they felt like that in months. So a single session is like taking a heavy backpack that you've been carrying nonstop for years and removing it. It doesn't solve every pattern, but it creates space, and that space is everything. Because once there's space, that's when intuition starts coming through again. That's what usually surprises most people most. They start saying things like, I suddenly know exactly what I need. Like, I don't feel confused anymore. My body tends to feel alive. I'm not sure why I even came in the first place. They even forget that. That's in one session. But several sessions, that's a different kind of transformation that happens. When we work together over a series of sessions, we're not just clearing the stress of the week, we're clearing the deeper layers, old emotional wounds, pattern loops, perhaps generational heaviness, even past decisions that created energetic stagnation or beliefs that no longer fit who you're becoming. There may be stored fear or shame or burnout imprints in the nervous system, probably even spiritual disconnection that has happened slowly over time. So after 3 or 4 sessions, then my clients usually say, I don't react the same way that I used to. I feel like I've grown into a different version of myself. Or I'm not tired all the time. I'm not carrying everyone else's emotions anymore. Like I feel connected again. Then something beautiful happens. Their system becomes ready to learn. This is where most healing modalities stop, but this is where my work actually becomes transformative. Because once your energy is clear and your nervous system is stable, you'll finally be able to absorb and apply deeper skills. That is, how to regulate yourself before burnout hits, how to protect your energy without shutting down, how to call in your spiritual support so that you feel supported from many directions, how to stay connected to your own intuition, or how to reset your system quickly when life starts to feel overwhelming so that you don't wait until you're completely depleted, how to ground in ways that actually work, how to release other people's emotions or expectations instead of carrying them. These are all the skills that keep the patterns from coming back. So this leads to long-term change. Healing isn't meant to be a one-time fix. It's meant to open the door to a new way of living, of being, a way where you're not constantly managing crisis, a way where you don't collapse every few months, a way where your system stays clear because you have the tools and you have the support to stay clear. So a single session, yes, it's going to help you. And a series of sessions, those are the ones that are going to help you change your life. But the real transformation comes from the combination of these. It's clearing, reconnecting, skill building, and community support. That's when things shift in a way that doesn't just feel better, it stays better. You notice the transformation, and so does everyone else. This is a transformation that lasts.